All right, we got the new fuel shutoff solenoid in there. I did test and verify it beforehand. So let's see if she starts. She dead. All right. All right, round two. Yep, I'm gonna show you guys the bloopers. Round two, let's see. Oh, we gotta let her charge. Let's see. That's why. Didn't have a good bite. Look at that, now we're charging. All right, she's coming up. Give her a minute. We are gonna be fixing Bertha today, at least the drive shaft. That'll be pretty easy, but I got the pipe on order. All right, come on, bitch. Fuck. I forgot about the grid heater. The lights keep dimming. There's the grid heater. And it's back on again. That would make sense. Stupid grid heater. Bet it does it again. Yep. Gotta deal with that for 3 minutes. Alright, fighting the grid heater. So it started, but it shut off. I swear, if we have another defective one, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna turn the key off and I'm gonna turn it back on. Oh wow. That's number 2. Defective. Are you kidding me? Alright, so solenoid number 2 now is not working for some reason. There's power. That's annoying. Well, we'll grab the tester. Alright, so I just put the hold wire on, touched it all together, and it stopped working magically. So I'm gonna need some assistance from y'all and see someone who knows more about these. Is this the truck blowing these? Or is this like genuinely like just a cheap unit and they just keep failing that quick? Y'all let me know, because the other one failed the exact same way. Mind you, this is just an Amazon one. The first one failed the same way. When I tested it on the batteries, it worked. I plugged it in the truck, fired it up for the first time, and now all of a sudden it doesn't hold. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I'm gonna move on from this. I'm gonna let Josh know we have a second defective unit and really don't know what to do at this point. All right, soaked her all weekend and it's all back together. You guys can see that side. Same with this side, smack it. And yeah, it came apart. So with the help of the really big pry bar, one of the few snap-on tools that I have. I do have snap-on stuff here and there, snap-on. But this unbreakable hammer came with that vise setup up there, has been great. So we're gonna get this back installed and we're gonna try to get the rear axle in. So this was an absolute nightmare, but it's done. I also cleaned the shop floor. Bunch of dust. So we got the 2 clips here, waiting on him. We are gonna have to do a new fitting on the end of this. So I'm gonna leave this out here like that so I don't forget. But the lift kit is on. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it's on. It's ready to go. So these are staying off. He's bringing me new wheels and tires. Same with the fronts. I don't have 4 jack stands though, but once all that's on, all good to go. So that's that project done. I'm gonna go clean up my mess on the other side of the shop, and then we're gonna go and grab a battery for the Chevy. And then this thing's pretty much done. I just need to get it cleaned, so I don't know if I'm gonna have my detail guy come or what. You guys will see. So she's not the clean. I might have a detail guy come in and clean this because of like some of the stains and whatnot. So get the interior looking nice. But yeah, we'll see how much a battery costs. That thing is like flat dead, so can't do anything about that. It's not savable. Like Josh's was savable, mine is not. And then we're gonna fix this. I see a leak. I think. I don't know what that is. All right, so I don't know what that leak is. That's an easy fix. You guys can see. Just need to tighten that up. Full send diesel transmission lines. All I gotta do is just throw some tightener on that. That's about it. Easy fix. All right, just went, cleaned up the new battery. I'm gonna put this back in after we know it works, but I hear stuff, I see stuff working. Let's see if she fires up with a brand new battery. She runs 121,000. I gotta do the maintenance and oil change light. Radio works. We're gonna 94.9. There we go. All right, well, we have a running driving car. Running car. I drove it up on the trailer, so I know it drives, but we had to jump start it. All right, so the light went out on its own. There's 6, we're 5. We might be over a little bit, but it is what it is. Starts right up. He told me front wheel drive. It says L4 in there. Let's see. Okay, it is front wheel drive. I don't know why it for some reason it says L4 and L2. I don't know. No idea. Oh well. But she's gonna sit there. We're gonna get it cleaned, make it look good. I might have Brandon come back and do it. Good tires. Inspection stickers are expired, so I'll go get it inspected. All right, here is the drive shaft. This is what caused all my issues. Look at that. Just get rid of it. Seriously, it just fell off. And then funny enough, it decided to mount itself back on there when I decided to go mock Jesus. But we'll throw that right in the scrap pile. Didn't ruin the seal though, surprisingly. I am gonna need fluid soon though. Look how dark that is. All right, in the trash. Bam, gone. Yeah, we're gonna do away with that, and now hopefully no more drive shaft issues. All right, barrel, we're going to burn tomorrow while we're at the other shop. Got a lid on it this time so nothing happens. I've been saying I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the retune. So get that started. Let that happen. Get the retune on this, go burn that tomorrow, close everything up. We are done for the day. All right, boys, we're sitting here doing the fire thing. You know, you guys... Apparently, diesel is called gas in other parts of the world. So we're here until noon, so I gotta let that burn. And I just ordered a transfer case seal because the drive shaft tore that up. I decided to park here today, and I noticed it was leaking. So Bertha has yet another leak that is easily taken care of. It'll take me 10 minutes to do it. So new transfer case seal coming, and I got the ABS sensor coming, so we will be able to get rid of the light. And the exhaust should be here by Thursday. And yeah, so Bertha's doing good. Did find the limitations on my transmission, which is probably a good thing because like I cannot control myself, and I decided to turn this thing all the way up. So 50 horsepower injectors on top of no wastegate on top of a 175 tune, so like 225 horsepower of fuel with no wastegate. I mean, this thing was just, it ever so slightly slipped the converter at max boost, like all of it. Okay, so 400 horsepower okay, 500 not so much, which I think I pretty much did that on purpose though. I do not want something that I'm gonna let myself make that much power, so we know that 400 horsepower is all right. I can run that in the street all day. Transmission does not slip. Transmission does not even overheat. Transmission loves it. You put another 100 horsepower to it, do not like that. So we are going to get dynoed and a tune from Fire Punk. I'm deciding on whether we upgrade the turbo or I just leave it alone, considering I can only make 400 horsepower. I mean, 450 would be fine too, but I'm going to get them to tune it for 400. I think we're sitting right around like 440 if I had to guess right now. But get a tune for 400. I'd like to get a 12-valve tune, and if you guys know what that is, basically they get rid of the pilot injection. You get better fuel mileage. It does sound like a 12-valve when you're, cruising down the road. Basically just gets rid of that pilot injection. But I'd like to have it tuned that anything under, like, say, 80 degrees, and it runs like a common rail, and then once you hit 80 degrees, it, then it goes into the 12-valve tune. So, but I've debated on a VGT. I'm not sure yet. If I can find a good deal on, like, a whole kit, sure. But if anybody knows anybody that wants to work with this truck, I would love to throw a VGT on here. So, not asking for it for free, but I'd like do some testing and whatnot. But man, that fire is just there's some shit in that. But yeah, so Bertha's gonna be, I'd say, 99% today, and then we'll have the exhaust by Thursday-ish coming from Amazon. It's just a 5-inch flex session. Well, we found the boost leak. It's right here from coming from underneath the clamp. So we're gonna replace the whole boot and 2 new clamps. I gotta get that pulled off, and we'll install the new. Well, we'll put everything back together basically the way it was. That sucks, but at least it's something simple. I was hoping it wasn't this over here. I was not looking forward to doing that. Alright, we got our nice new sensor. 85 bucks later for both of these. So we'll get them replaced when we get back to the shop. Black truck should be getting picked up today. This fucker is still burning. I let this at like 8:05. So I've been stirring it, all the diesel on the bottom. I'm gonna let it sit here all day after I leave, and then I'll come get it later. Alright, so we are working on getting Bertha 100%. I'm still trying to figure out that rear view mirror. For some reason it doesn't work. I pulled the headliner down, I checked all the connectors, everything's good. I don't know if it doesn't have power or what, but you guys will get under here, this rusty mess of a Bertha. We got the new seal out, new seal in. You can see right there. I realized why I don't have 4 low. I put the thing on backwards and it's hitting the housing, so I gotta pull that off. Got some zip ties for that, so we are slowly working it. I just had this drive shaft off yesterday, and that one bolt would not come out, so I had to use a ratchet strap on the wheel and pull a wrench. Alright, so here's where we're at under Bertha. I'm gonna be careful where I put my hands. So we got the linkage fixed for the transfer case. We got the new seal in, everything good with the drive shaft, all the U-joints are good. We got the clamps off of the exhaust. I'm gonna have to cut that little piece just to break it free because it's kind of stuck on there pretty good. So we are done under here. One of the things I do want to work on is deleting the seatbelt light. So you guys know that thing's pretty annoying. But we're not gonna do that right now. Next step, we're gonna pull the other wheel off, all the hub stuff, and install this $58 sensor that I went out and bought. I did find out that I do have a socket for these lugs, so we're gonna be replacing these lug nuts with some spiky ones here soon, but not right now. So let's get this wheel off and next step. Alright, here's the old sensor, which actually wasn't super old. You guys can see, like, this is a newer bearing. So we got the new one here. This actually came out really well, so we're gonna throw this out into the scrap, throw everything back together, throw a wheel spacer back on, and we'll probably end up greasing this front end if there is any grease joints. I don't see any. If there is, I'd like to grease them, but I don't see any grease joints. Ooh. Ooh, you see that? I see some slop on that one. Alright, I tried greasing it just to see if that would fix it, and all the grease comes out the other end, and there was a ton of water. We have one in stock. So we're just gonna replace it. We're already here, right? Got one in stock with a grease fitting. Let's just get this done. It sucks, but it is what it is. We'll check the other side while we're in here. I just want this thing to be maintenance free for a while. Alright, when you're pulling these wheel bearings, don't be the idiot that hits the bearing. You'll just fuck it up. So what I did, you can see, you'll put one bolt in the back, one bolt on both sides. So I did this side first, put an extension on it. In this case, this rusty one I found in Peggy. And you'll turn the wheel until it presses into this, and it'll pop it out on one side. You do the same thing on this side, pops it out. So now you can see, I just got to stick a pry bar in the bottom, and this thing will pop right out. So when I was on roadside, I used to just cut these out, but this ball joint press is such a lifesaver. So now we're gonna put the new ones in. But yeah, that's awesome. All right, we got everything back together. We're just waiting on the exhaust. So when that comes, my wife's gonna bring that. Wheels back on, everything is torqued. New joints, new sensor, everything's good. I put a zip tie on that so it doesn't chop. Probably do the same thing to the other side, but no issues. This side's perfectly fine. Josh is cleaning, what do we want to call this one?
Shit.
Alright. What's the name on this one? What did you name the white truck?
Douglas.
Douglas.
It really fits.
Douglas, Peggy, Bertha.
Yeah, before you destroyed it, I was like, it really looks like a Douglas, and I came back and the motor was out.
Ah, yes. Alright, so this, Josh is doing his cleaning. This is a 2006 Ram 2500, and it's also white. So we just got to fix this one window regulator, and she's good to go. Right, Josh? How's she run? She runs good, right? Yeah? All right. Josh drove it to the car wash, so probably have Brandon come back and
it's too practical. That's how I described it.
we'll have Brandon come back and do a full detail on this thing, and send her out the door.
I'm gonna do a number on that interior.
Hey, you missed the mirror, Josh. What the hell's this?
Yeah, true, I did miss the mirror.
Oh, man. All right, well, other than the exhaust, Bertha is maintenanced. Still doing a good job keeping the interior clean. Got the trash can out and everything, so we're going to be screwing with this. Next video, everything, we're busy as shit. Like, I'm running out of room here. All right, we got the new piece cut for the exhaust. Just, like I said, this is just a 5-inch section. I ordered 3 feet of it. So that's all it is just a flexible pipe. It goes out every couple years, but, you know, it does all right for what it is. All right, we got the new flexi section on. I'm gonna try to keep this interior clean. Now all the sound is back where it's supposed to be. And not up here. Nice and quiet up here. No leaks. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. cpstevemiller.com. We have all of the website updated so you guys can see the business hours and all that crap.